Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado. I'm so glad you could join me today. Today I have my unboxing video of the items that I have ordered so far from the upcoming catalog that comes out. Some of you may have yours in your hands by now. The January to June mini catalog, we sort of refer to it as the spring catalog, and the Sale-a-bration catalog that is good from January 4th until the end of February, and it's got a great new join offer in it as well. And so I thought I would share with you the things that I've ordered and received to date. And as usual, the papers are just beautiful, and I can hardly wait till I can get an opportunity to start working with these things. So let's just get started. Okay, here are my catalogs. This is the new mini catalogs, January to June, and this one will go live. I'm pretty sure it's January the 3rd, or maybe it's the 4th, because this one says January 4th through the 28th for the Sale-a-bration. And you can get a little bit of a clue by looking at the front and the back of the catalog here, and some of the amazing kinds of things that they're showing on the catalog. And that is all I can show you out of the catalog, because we're not supposed to show it until the catalog goes live for people, so that'll be a little bit. So I am going to start with my favorite suite out of the catalog, and that is this one. And this is the Crane of Fortune. Let me see exactly what they call this in the catalog. It's such a beautiful suite, and the papers are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, the suite is called Symbols of Fortune, and this is the stamp set. It's called Crane of Fortune, and it has, this is the stamp set. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then these are the dies, and these dies cut out this beautiful, I think those are chrysanthemums, the flower here. Then there's some things that look a little bit like bamboo. And these, I guess, are fireflies, dragonflies, pardon me. And then the crane, and it says, wishing a lifetime of happiness and a world full of love. So that make a beautiful wedding card. Much luck and good fortune. Sending 1,000 well wishes on your special day. And that could be a birthday, it could be anything. But these things, these are just beautiful, and it is a red rubber stamp set, so it's built in the different shading like on the bird here. And just gorgeous. And I love ginkgo leaves, so I'm really tickled to have that. And this cuts out the chrysanthemums, this cuts out the bird, the fireflies, this little piece here. And that is the stamp and the die set. Now, the paper is, there's two different papers that come with this. And there are some gems, but I didn't get the gems. I don't think they were in. But this is the designer series paper, and it's foiled in gold. And there you have the first two pieces with this beautiful feather looking kind of flower that comes off of these stems, these gold stems. And then this beautiful crane paper. And on the back side of the crane paper is this beautiful paper. Talk about being conflicted on what to use. It's got little butterflies, and then it's got these flowers, and the colors here are, of course, the gold, and let's see, what does it say? It says basic black calypso coral, crumb cake, evening evergreen, smoky slate, and soft succulent. And there's a ribbon that comes with this too. That is a soft succulent ribbon, a satin ribbon. And I didn't get that in my order. So there's this beautiful piece, foiled background. And then look at these gorgeous chrysanthemums. Isn't that pretty? And then there's ginkgo leaves in white and gold foil on a gray background. And that has these kind of soft succulent background here with these beautiful cranes in white and black. They're just gorgeous. And oh, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this paper. And this one is another of the soft white and then the gold foil. And it's just beautiful. And this one has got kind of a soft succulent sky and more cranes in the air. Just gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful paper. This is like a flower with the little ovals on the end. And then this, which is like a bamboo pattern. Isn't that pretty? With the brown in the background. And so that is this paper. I think it is absolutely stunningly beautiful. And I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. So I'm just going to try not to crinkle at you here. So I'm just going to set that aside. Then this is another paper that comes with it, and it's called Mother of Pearl. Okay, this is the Mother of Pearl paper. And this is very interesting paper. It's got a shiny, glossy front, which means that, you know, the technique that we use where we have done the vellum and we've used the alcohol inks and gotten kind of a splay. You can do this on this glossy paper. I think that is going to be gorgeous with this beautiful shine behind it. But there it is, that glossy, and it's iridescent. So there's a lot of colors that show through, pinks and greens, and just a lot of different colors that show through on that. I think that one is just going to be great fun. So that is the Symbols of Fortune suite. The next suite I want to show you is one that's come out like for Valentine's, but it can be used for other things. And this one is called Sweet Talk Suite. And on the paper is part of the reason they call it Sweet Talk is these are set up like those little candy hearts that says, you're cute, BFF, hug me, text me. They've got all kinds of little sayings in those, like those candy hearts. And the back side of that is purple, and it is love and I love you in all different kinds of languages. Te amo is in Spanish, je t'aime, probably French. There's all different kinds of languages here. And so this is the paper. And these are lollipops, heart lollipops, and then regular lollipops. And then this kind of speckled paper on the back. And I can see where this paper certainly could be used all year long. And you could send even something with the hearts on it for a birthday or something like that. This one has got all kinds of candy, lollipops, and pieces of candy and little hearts all over the place, and it uses several different colors, but it's very, very pretty, and it's got this pink kind of color wash on the back side of it. This one is just hearts in darker color and lighter color, but it's got these great bold stripes on the back, so very pretty. And then behind this is these just different hearts in all different shapes and put together with dashes and dots and stripes and all kinds of colors. And then on the back side of that one is this purple stripe. and I love purple, so that's right up my alley. And this one is, I don't know what these are supposed to be. Maybe candies, maybe a little box, I don't know. But it's got hearts on the back side of it, and that is that paper. And then this suite also comes with, let's see if I can show you, this stamp set, and then it also comes with these dies, all kinds of hearts and tags, and this makes up a cute little envelope, and you can have hearts coming out of your envelope, and it's very, very cute. Now, this also comes with these little treat boxes, and they make up a treat box that's got a front on it about that big, and that's how thick it is, maybe about 1/2 inch. And then it's already got the tear tape on the tabs. So a pretty easy little box to put together, and it's called Sweet Little Boxes. This was part of the suite as well, and they're calling it a gingham embossing folder. And then this was part of it too, iridescent rhinestones, basic jewels. Aren't those pretty? They kind of shine blue. There's some greens in there, certainly pinks, light and dark, and almost a peach color. So really, really pretty. And that is that Sweet Conversations and the Sweet Talk Suite. I didn't get, and I don't know why, but I got this paper called Flowering Fields, and I didn't get any of the stamp sets or the dies, and I don't remember whether it just wasn't in or whatever, but I will have it. These are little tiny brushed brass butterflies. Aren't they cute? In 2 different sizes to go on projects. I think I'm going to have a bunch of those. They're just very, very cute. And this paper is gorgeous. There's these tulips with a blue and green color wash on the back. Look at these tulips in kind of a plum color, and purples, and then this beautiful color wash on the back of it. Then yellow, or kind of a deep, almost bumblebee, and orange tulips with this patterned color wash. Then look at those. This is one of my favorite things. Polka dot paper with a color value, and that I can use a ton of. And then a cloud representation with these corals in it, and it's very, very pretty. Then this field of tulips, that is just going to be lots of fun to work with. And on the back side is a green color wash with a little check pattern on it. And look at this paper. Isn't that gorgeous? In kind of a peachy, kind of a coral white on a blue background, tulips, and then this beautiful kind of sky looking color wash on the back. That is just gorgeous. And I think that one comes with a windmill and all kinds of other things. And I don't know, I think maybe I thought I ordered it and didn't. But I'll be getting the rest of it because this one has a lot of appeal for me. But that's how much I got of this one. And that suite is called Flowering Fields. And so this paper is called Flowering Fields. And it comes with this, and it comes with some black and white check ribbon and 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets that make up flowers and windmills and all kinds of pretty things. So that is called Flowering Fields Suite. Okay, this is another suite that I only got a couple of pieces of, and this is Heart and Home, and this is the Memories and More pack. And I'm going to go ahead and open that because it often is a great value, and you can make a lot of cards with this paper pack. So I'm going to open this, and usually it has smaller card fronts. It's got all of these beautiful colors and patterns on it, and then it's got pages of labels that you can make some card making just really easy. It's got 1, 2 of that kind, 2 of this kind, and then these are the larger pieces of the same thing that is in this one. So it's these color combinations for you to put together and make a card. Isn't it fun? I just love these paper packs, and they're so inexpensive. It's like $10, and you can make a ton of cards with it. I mean, just that popped up on a dimensional with a message and maybe matted a couple times is just gorgeous. So there's that, and then this is the paper, and you'll recognize some of these patterns. But look at this bumblebee. There's a lot of bumblebees represented in this spring catalog. Lots of stamp sets that have bumblebees. And so they will work together. And this is that beautiful cinnamon cider color with these bees and some flowers. And these are all backed in kind of a wood grain. And there's just all kinds of different wood grains. So this one, look at those sweet little flowers. With a pretty green, and then a different kind of wood grain in the back. And then there's this one, which is purple flowers, and then this wood grain, then this beautiful medallion pattern. Isn't that gorgeous? With a big monster wood grain on the back side of it. Then this one that has all kinds of delicate little flowers on it and a background. This that has a green, a miniature green pattern and more wood background. But that is the Hearts and Home, I think it's called, yeah, Heart and Home. And this is the Memories and More pack, and then this is the DSP. And so starting January 4th, we can all order some of this, and this is when I stop making Christmas cards and start messing around with this stuff. I'll be using much of this material here, but that's very pretty stuff. Okay, this next one is a suite, and this suite, let me see if I can get to it and tell you what it is called. This one is a suite called Artfully Composed, and so this is the stamp set called Artfully Layered. And it's got some graphics like typewritten paper here that is a little not super clear, so it doesn't really read anything. Happiest birthday wishing, sending all the hugs. Hey there, thank you, a nice thank you, and a couple of different kinds of leaves represented. This beautiful ribbon, it's called frayed ribbon, and I guess it must fray, and it's got a sparkle to it. It's just very pretty. Maybe I can open it and get an idea for what it feels like. It's always so much fun to get these packages of the new stuff. But look at that. Oh my gosh, isn't that gorgeous? And it does have a sparkle to it. It's almost got a nap. And then it looks like it's frayed, and probably you could encourage that to fray a little bit more. This one looks like it would make great shabby chic kinds of things. But it's not fraying that much. But it's just very pretty, and big ribbon. We don't often get big ribbon. Very pretty. And then this one has something called faux sea glass shapes in kind of a clear, kind of a green, and kind of a sea blue, like almost like sea glass. And they're gems. Very pretty. Very pretty. And this is the paper. There's two kinds of paper with this. So this is the fur one. Big graphic designs. I just love it. Look at that, like a bird of paradise, and then these big tropical leaves. And this pattern on the back, which has little tiny writing on it and kind of that peachy color. Then it's got this graphic design of leaves. This makes great backgrounds. That looks like evening evergreen to me. And then we've got this kind of almost like a scraped coral here, and then look at those leaves. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh my gosh, this is going to make up beautiful stuff. Big graphic design on that one. Very, very cool. And I'll have to look at what the colors are on this. And then it's got this green stripey stuff on the back. This is another big bold pattern with a diagonal stripe on the back. This one is smaller pieces, and then it's got a black and white polka dot on the back. Very, very pretty paper. Now, this comes with 2 different packages of paper. And this second one is printed vellum. So, and there's a couple of different designs. This little bit of writing. So there's the vellum. And it's got kind of a dark gray color to it. And then this one that is got, it's like a map. And it's got some writing on it. I'm not sure what it's a map of, but so the vellum with this kind of lines on the back of it. And then it also has this print paper that is like that, like a newspaper print kind of thing. And I think that's going to be very interesting. And then it's got everything repeated again with white on vellum. So look at that. That's very much like this one, only with white print. And the same thing, we have this dark print here, and then we've got the light print here of like that newspaper print. Then we have the darker maps, and then we have the white on vellum maps. So very, very pretty, very interesting. And you know, I just love vellum. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this. And this one is called, let's see if I can tell you here, coax it back in its package. This one is called Vellum Layering Designs. And this other paper is called Artfully Composed 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. It's Bumblebee, Calypso, Coral, Evening Evergreen, Just Jade, Mint Macaron, Old Olive, Pale Papaya, and Pear Pizzazz. Wow, that's quite a combination. And then this is the stamp set and the sea glass, and then this is the set of dies. And you can see it also cuts the big bold patterns. It's got this kind of an edge die that's got a stitching pattern. It's got this that would just emboss the top of a piece of paper, as is this design. I think that's all it does, and maybe this. We'll have to test that and see, unless that cut out a whole bunch of those little leaves. It's hard to know, but we'll be messing with that soon, so we'll all find out very quickly here. Okay, so that's the Artfully Composed scene, and then I got quite a few of just the stamps and the die sets. So this one is called Garden Greenhouse, and it comes with these dies. So you can make your own little greenhouse, and then it's got some pieces here that you can punch out that are like these flowers that are noted here, and some that aren't represented with a stamp. But you think about all of the paper we have with tulips and daffodils and all kinds of other things. I think there's a lot we can do with this little greenhouse sort of design. And this little cluster of flowers here is cut out by this by this one, and then lots of other leaves, and this little thing here, which is leaves. I'm not sure what that does. Anyway, the stamp set says, "A friendship nurtured in love blooms forever. Each day is a new beginning. Love grows here. Hope your day is just right." So that is Greenhouse, Garden Greenhouse, and the greenhouse dies. So I think that will be kind of fun to mess with. The next one I got is something called Ranunculus Romance, and it's a very, this sets up for a vintage looking or a shabby chic kind of card. It's got this lacy piece stamp here, a bit of flowers. It's got a postmark with an Eiffel Tower on it. Thank you for sharing your heart. It's got something that looks like a manifest here, and it's got something that could be an address. Hello, just because, just for you, and these beautiful ranunculus flowers. And then this is the die set, and there is a little flourish. There is this, which cuts out these. There is a big ranunculus flower. This cuts out this. And then there's this beautiful leaf. And I suspect it both cuts out and embosses. And I love fancy leaves, so I'm very happy with that one. So we've got a couple of things that get cut out different kinds of ways here. This looks like it cuts out this stamp, and then this is a separate spray. But again, in a little tiny tag here, and maybe it goes with this piece here. Anyway, Ranunculus Romance, and then this is Ranunculus Dies. So there's that set. Then there is this set, which is, I thought this was so beautiful, called Amazing Silhouettes. And then this is a die set that goes with it, and it's called Amazing Thanks Dies. So it cuts out thanks, and then it cuts out a piece behind it, so you can mat it. So you could do this in white and this in black, or in different shades of a different color. Amazing and amazing. And then it's got you are. So you are amazing and thanks. And then I thought these were so beautiful. You could ink this up like in soft succulent or in soft seafoam, and almost put this on the inside of a card like a watermark. I thought that was just beautiful. Or you could do a background by just stamping one or more of these just all over the front of a card and getting just this amazing pattern. I think this one is going to be kind of fun to play with. And it's Amazing Silhouettes, and then the Amazing Thanks dies. Okay, next I have this one, which is kind of an interesting thing. They're pretty large graphic kinds of sayings, and there you see it says Slim Sayings, and this is meant for slimline cards. So you could put, you know, your happy birthday kind of along this way. You are one of a kind could go down the page. You're really fabulous. And for the first time, they have some slimline dies. So there's two different dies. This one makes a fun edge. Then this one is a chevron pattern. Then this one makes a different kind of edge. And this one has this pattern, which is little medallions, large and small. I think that for big slimline cards, putting a basic color underneath it and then this over the top and even just a message would be something great. And then you can put a big long edge on the end of your slimline cards. So I was anxious to get these and see what they're like, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun because I think slimlines are here to stay. Slim card dies, they're called, and Slim Sayings. I think that's going to be fun to mess with. Okay, well, here's part of my mystery solved. This is the Daffodil Daydream stamp set, and these are the daffodil dies. So I did get some daffodil dies, the stamp set and the dies, but I didn't get all of it. So I guess I either have more coming or I have only ordered half of what was coming. And these are the dies. Very intricate. This these dies, there's some dies that cut out both of these pieces, and then there's stems and long leaves, and then cups, different size cups for the interiors, and some different kinds of things. I'll have to learn how to use this, but it will make up daffodils in a 3D kind of way. And I see a little butterfly, a couple of little butterflies in here, and some others. These are stamens, I guess, and other little odds and ends here. Here's the butterfly. I'm sure that's what this one cuts out. Then this one has a splatter. It says Happy Mother's Day, Easter Blessings, and then it's got this pretty little sort of graphic design here. But this is the Daffodil Dreams, and then the Daffodil Dies. So that is one I'll eventually have the rest of that suite to fool around with. Then this one I got also, and this, we had a paper pumpkin that had something similar to this, and it was very popular. And it had the rain boots like this one, and it has a watering can. I was interested in the watering can and the pot here to put some flowers kind of in, and you can see there's stems there. You could put these flowers on those stems, and this little cluster of flowers would probably fit here or fit here. And there's a little daisy stamp there, and every storm that comes also ends. Rain or shine, I'm here for you. Our friendship is naturally beautiful. Live life in full bloom. And then the dies for this, let's see, these dies have the boots, the watering can, the pot, the flowers, the tulips that go across the top. I think these would be kind of fun to have showing through some of that, the die set that did the greenhouse. I think we could use some of that. This creates kind of a square pattern here that's a cutout. Then this one cuts out the daisies. This one, I'm pretty sure, cuts out this one. And then here are the leaves and stems. So, yeah, I think that's going to be fun. I have a lot of friends, and I'm a gardener, and I have lots of friends that are big gardeners, and I think it would be great fun to have some stamp sets and some cards for gardeners. So that is that set. Then these are some individual pieces that I also got. I was very interested in these that are called sea dies, and I have a lot of the seahorses and a lot of that kind of stuff, but I was very intrigued with this die because it makes a whole front of a card. Then you can have fish going by, you can do all kinds of things that's 3D. This one has a bubble pattern. These have bubble patterns here as well. This one has a little fish, and then it's got a little piece of seaweed, or no, that's a jellyfish, I'm pretty sure. And I may eventually get this stamp set, but frankly, I don't like the octopus, and I don't necessarily want it. But this one was good because it had seaweed. There's the octopus. I'm stuck with him. But it had a starfish, and it had this fish, and it had some seaweed kinds of things. And I thought that you could really do some fun things with this die set. And like I say, I may have to get the stamp set as well. I'll work with this for a while and see how that goes. But I wasn't crazy about the stamp set. This one is an embossing folder, and it's 2 folders, and they're fairly thick, and it's called Stripes and Splatters. And so you can do a stripe pattern, and I'm pretty sure that's 3D, and then it's got this splatter pattern that would make some interesting embossing, I thought. And this works in the small machine. And so I got this as an independent piece. And then I also got these masks. Have you noticed lately they've been doing a lot with masks? Well, look at this. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to bring a piece of colored cardstock out so you can really kind of get an idea what that looks like. That looks like those ranunculus flowers. And there's lots of different flowers, and look at how delicate that is. Now these are ones that you can just tape down to your card and, you know, dab with ink or do all kinds of things. Anyway, this one had that pattern. It has this butterfly pattern, which was kind of cool, I thought, because you could do this in one background and then lay this over the top of that and put in a different color in detail. And then this flower. Then it had these flower and leaf patterns, which I thought were kind of interesting. And when I get a chance, I'll show you how those all work. Then it had this kind of a background, whole page kind of pattern that was flowers. And I thought that might be kind of fun in different colors and to do some background work. It has this one, which is kind of wavy leaves, and then this one, which is also another flower kind of pattern. And I thought these were kind of interesting. Butterflies and flowers layering decorative masks. And so I thought that would be fun to work on with the chalks. It would be fun to work on with a sponge or your blending brushes, and do some interesting things with patterns and color. And I just think there's a ton of things that we can do with this. And we've got several of them that are live now, and I'm going to try and figure out a way to work with them and show you how those work. So I got that one as a separate piece. This one, I don't know if you remember, but we used to have a stamp set called, I think it was Everything Eleanor, and it had this kinds of swirls, and I have so missed having those swirls to just add as background on things. And these things were so simple. Happy birthday, thank you, hello, and little flowers that you could put together different ways to do things, and this would help make beautiful your own designer series paper, I thought. This one also has a For You, which we haven't had for a while, and I just love the swirls. And so I ordered this one as just a separate stamp set, and I got a few of those. So this is another one that I got, and it's called Wildflower Path. And it says, do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there's no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson, isn't that wonderful? My heart is smiling because of you. Happy birthday. Thank you. Nice fonts. And these are all two-step stamps. And these stems can be put either upright or hanging down from the top. And then you can put these over the top of them. And there's 3 different ones that can fit over the top, and they make different kinds of floral stems. Anyway, it had some real interesting little flowers that you could stamp on the ends of things, or you could use these that are pre-made. It's got a little bit of grass. We haven't had that for a while. And it just appealed to me, and I'm going to try and work with this. This one is a photopolymer. So it's a photopolymer set. And then this one just stole my heart. Easter Friends. And I thought this would also make wonderful cards to welcome a new baby. I have a little bit of that going on in my life, so I'm grateful for it. So this one says, Happy Easter, sending warm and happy wishes this spring. May your days blossom with joy and happiness, my friend. And then I thought some of the other stamps I had could go in on top of these because they're just as cute as they can be. And I thought they would make great baby cards. And so this one called Easter Friends is a cling stamp set. Okay, so those are the stamp sets and the die sets that I got out of the regular catalog. Then this is what I got in my Sale-a-bration. This is a kind of ribbon. I think that went with the hearts. And it's just a faux linen ribbon, and it's in real red. All right, this is my favorite thing. Oh my gosh, this is just beautiful. It's called Friendly Hello. It says, hello friend, hope you have the best birthday. You have my love and support. And then it's just got flowers and leaves and splatters and this darling little bird on a branch here, which I thought was gorgeous. And this comes together. This is a $100 purchase free item in the Sale-a-bration catalog. But look at this paper. I hope you can see that. I'll bring it up a little bit. But it's got little birds just like this one right in here with a couple different colors showing. And then it's got greenery and flowers and splatters. And the colors in this are basic black, fresh freesia, granny apple green, petal pink, pool party, and shaded spruce. But it's all in very pale colors. And it's just gorgeous. And this paper has this beautiful thing, and then it's got this on the back. Then it's got this in kind of a black and white, but with this kind of pool party background. And then look at these leaves. Isn't that gorgeous? That should make just beautiful backgrounds. And then this kind of purple flower, or black flower on the purple. And then it's got this peachy color on the back side of it. Then these flowers, clusters of flowers on this background with white. And then look at this. Isn't that pretty? I really, really like this paper. Look at this big graphic green thing here that you could color those flowers if you wanted to, but it's just gorgeous just the way it is. And then it's got a big, beautiful stripe on the back. And then this one, which is, it's just similar to the others. They're just with different background colors. But then look at this. That's, I think that fresh freesia purple in the background with those speckles. Isn't that pretty? I'm just in love with this paper and stamp set combination. I think I'm going to be using that one quite a bit. So that's from Sale-a-bration. This is also a Sale-a-bration item. It's called Island Vibes, and I loved these big, bold leaves, and I think about the different places you could use them with some of the other things. And I thought that this might go with that crane because it's in a pot, and it looks like, it looks kind of oriental to me. Anyway, and then a pineapple, you can always use a pineapple. And so this is a Sale-a-bration called Island Vibes. This one I thought was gorgeous. And this is the host set, Sale-a-bration host set. So when your order reaches $150, this is available to order as a free item in your Sale-a-bration. You're in my thoughts today. Lovely you. Happy birthday. Isn't that font gorgeous? You make me smile. It's the little things that makes life great. I love being your friend. And then this beautiful spray of flowers and leaves. I just think it's gorgeous. Another swirl. And I love this font. It's just great. Calming Camellia, it's called. This one is a Sale-a-bration one as well. It's called Special Moments, and this is just full, chock full of sentiments. Happy birthday, think you're wonderful, congratulations. It keeps going, thinking of you, best wishes, just a little hi from me. Lots and lots of things. I think this is a great one to have in your stash. And I think this one is a $50 freebie, Special Moments. Then also in Sale-a-bration is this rainbow paper. And I went ahead and ordered one because I just wanted to see it. I'm not crazy about the rainbows, but I like the kind of graphic look of some of this paper. I thought some of that would make great background or accent paper on a bunch of things. Look at that. I love this kind of a combination. And those stripes are kind of cool. And there's green, and there's blue, and pink, and just all different kinds of colors. And like I say, I'm not crazy about the rainbows. I like rainbows that look like real rainbows. But this has got stripes and then these little hearts on this background. And I thought this would be wonderful, wonderful background paper. Now this one I like a little bit better, but it's got lots of color on it and might be kind of fun for a special kind of card. And I like the back side of it. And so there's just all kinds of graphics here and background papers. And so I'll probably be using the back sides of the rainbows on this one. Like I said, because I'm not terribly fond of the rainbow representation. But that's a free item, and if that appeals to you, and I think there's a ton we can use out of this back paper here. And the last, well, almost the last one, this one is called Driving By, and it's got a VW and a VW bus and some kind of a little sports car. Aw, thanks. You've got style, driving by just to say hi. I thought it was kind of cute, and I decided to go ahead and get one of those. Then this paper is paper that is in the Sale-a-bration catalog, and I got a bit of this. It's Daffodil Afternoon, so it works with the daffodil stamp set and dies. But look at these colors. They're a little muted, but really, really pretty. And it's got this kind of checkered background and all different colors in here. And this paper's going to be fun. If you just cut this in 4-inch strips and cut it down by 5 1/4, you can just stamp a message even on the top. And those are gorgeous little cards. Very easy, very simple little card to make. Then that one has this stripe, diagonal stripe on the back. I thought this one was pretty with a little bit of white in it. And green hearts. And kind of a color wash in kind of a peachy color. But look at those daffodils. Just gorgeous. And then this yellow, I think that's Bumblebee, and the black and with the white little crosses on it. Very pretty paper. And I love how bold it is. And it's just got all kinds of different patterns and things on here. And that is the last of my Sale-a-bration items. But I fell in love with the graphic nature of this particular paper. I thought it was kind of fun. So that is it. It's quite a haul. And I'm really looking forward to getting started with it. And I thought I would share it with you. And if you've put in an order with me in the last 6 months, there's catalogs on their way to you now. I'm going to leave this pretty paper up here so we can be looking at it. And so there's these catalogs will be coming. With the Christmas mail, it might slow things down a little bit. And then I wanted to share with you, it's now been 3 months since my husband passed. And again, the outpouring of support and love that you all have sent me is just incredible. And I so appreciate it. It's palpable. I can feel it. And I've had a lot of you wishing me well over the holidays. And I've decided, I gave myself a Christmas present. I have a kitty coming. I decided I wanted another heartbeat in the house. And so I've got a little kitten coming this next week. And so I will introduce him on one of my upcoming videos. And I think it'll be good to, certainly will keep me occupied over the holidays, and being preoccupied with him might keep my mind off some other things. So that's what I'm giving myself for Christmas, and I'll be sharing a little bit with him. His name is going to be Puccini, My husband was a big opera star or opera fan, and so we have a lot of that kind of music around our house. And he always named cats after opera stars. So I decided to call this one Puccini, and my son pointed out I'm going to have something called Pooch the Cat. In any case, that's part of what I've got coming, and I've got a few more fast Christmas cards coming your way. And then the other thing I thought I would do is I'm only going to do one video after this week on Fridays over the last couple of weeks on I have family coming in from out of town and the new kitten to mess with, so I'll be my time will be pretty well taken up, and I don't know if I'll have the bandwidth to do much in the way of videos. But I thought that some of them, one of the things I never shared with you all is the absolutely stunningly beautiful cards that I received, the sympathy cards that I received. And just like swap videos, I mean, there's so many of them, I could do videos for a month with them, and I won't do that, but I'm going to start sharing a few of them plus the rest of my swaps from my team. And so that might be the videos that I put up over the holidays, and if I can sneak an extra one in, I definitely will. But thanks again so much for your support and for stopping by my YouTube channel. I do so appreciate it. You can't imagine how heartwarming it is to get the messages that I have gotten from you all. I know sometimes it seems like I'm moving on. I've had people say that I'm strong. I'm really not. The littlest thing can take me down a funny path. But this crafting and making cards and doing what I'm doing is just a wonderful respite from everything else, and it really is my salvation. I can come down here and work on things and lose, a couple of hours at a time, and it doesn't feel so empty or so lonely when I can do that. So thanks again. And I want to wish all of you, whether you see me in another video or not, just the happiest of holidays for you and your families. Hold those you love close to your heart. It's very, very important that you mend old discomforts and let people know that you love them and that you care, because they aren't always there. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye. Love y'all.